pretty calm.
He is.
That means he's hurting.
Yeah.
Because he usually doesn't let me hold him. What are you doing all huddled up against that tree? Ooh, Gemma, you're going to get bit. Something has gotten after our duck. I think. I see a lot of feathers here. What's the matter? Are you hurt? Oh, yeah. We definitely have an injured duck. Oh, man. What happened to you, little buddy? I was just walking out across the yard and I happened to see our little duck friend here all huddled up against a tree, and something didn't seem right. Especially you guys saw Gemma just walked right up to it, but it's definitely got an injury. Something's hurt our little duck friend. Over your foot, buddy. Oh, goodness gracious, bud. Why don't you say we take you and put you in a stall? Give you some food and water. Keep you by yourself. Goose, are you laying an egg? I know it's not fertile, but they sure are tasty. I'm glad you're not mean like Lester's geese. Oh, look at there. I just said you're not a mean goose. She doesn't like to mess with on her nest. Hey, get back, Earl. Well, hadn't laid yet. So I'm not sure. Do we put our duck friend in one of our concrete stalls, or I've actually got a chicken pen in here that I use for chicks. This would probably be better. Need to clean up a little bit in there, but I think that would work. It's hard to do all this one-handed. All right, little ducky. Hang on, calm down. This is a little duck that Houston hatched out last year from the original call ducks. And I know that because it's always had a broken wing, but definitely got attacked by something today. Dadgum, we may have to try to clean that up a little bit. He was in the pond by the house earlier. So, could have been one of our dogs. I hope not, but definitely could have been. All right there, little duck friend. I got you some fresh food and water. I'm by myself, but maybe when Houston gets home, we'll be able to doctor you up a little bit, see if we can treat that wound. All right, you hold tight. Okay, new development. We just flipped the script. There's a good chance it had nothing to do with my dogs. And I earlier today, I noticed Bear and Gemma and Earl all took off and like were running and barking at something that direction towards our driveway. I was in the house and didn't think a whole lot about it. About an hour later, I came outside and that was when I found the duck in the backyard. Well, that little duck is always right here at the pond. So I thought maybe the dogs got to messing around and playing and one of them grabbed a hold of the duck. But I don't think that's it, because just had some friends come out, and as they were pulling up the driveway, a bobcat ran out in front of them, ran across the road and just stopped and looked at them. So there's a really good chance a bobcat snuck up here, probably didn't grab the duck right at the pond, but he was probably up in the leaves up here just scratching around eating, looking for bugs. And a bobcat snuck up and snatched him, and as soon as he grabbed a hold of that duck, he made a bunch of noise, and the dogs heard it and took off. Not positive that's what happened, but that's a good possibility. All right, I've got some assistance here now. We're going to put a little iodine on this little duck's wound, and I think he's going to be all right. He acts like he's doing okay, but I do want to check him over real good. There's a pretty good gash underneath on its breast, so we're going to use a controlled iodine. It's not a spray. I'm going to put it in a syringe, but it's an antiseptic and disinfectant. So I thought about using peroxide, But if it's a very deep wound, I don't think we want to pour peroxide in a big old gash in its chest and its breast. So we're going to use iodine. It'll kind of help it. And not a whole lot you can do for a wounded duck, but we're going to try to help. See if we can get some iodine all over us. This stuff just stains everything. You go catch my duck?
Yeah. I mean, my duck?
Sure. Just be careful. He's got a big gash on its side.
I got blood on me.
Try not to.
Here, I'll get him.
Oh my gosh, his foot.
Well, that's
Move, bud.
not injured.
Well, it's bleeding.
Okay, so you can see a pretty good injury under here. But there's also, you can see where feathers have been ruffled and like something got a hold of it here. So its wing probably saved its life, honestly. And I don't know for certain that it was a bobcat, but we do know there was a bobcat very close to where the duck got attacked. And the dogs are around the ducks every day, and they don't attack them. So we'll see if we can flip him over and clean this wound up a little bit. Lambert, I don't really need any help.
Oh, this is in there deep.
It's not too bad.
It's got a tear in the skin, but that's pretty common with birds. Their skin's real fragile. Most of the blood's just dried on the feathers.
Lambert.
But you could see something in there.
Yeah. Looks like both legs are okay, both feet are okay.
Yeah.
Can you move that?
Let me clean them off a little bit. Is that what you're wanting?
No, he just asked if he could move it.
Well, luckily, it just looks like it tore the skin, and that'll usually heal really fast. Chickens, that happens a lot to chickens. Any bird that gets attacked by a predator, the skin tears really easy. His little broken wing cracks me up. So we're gonna keep him by himself. I'm not gonna say this is the cleanest spot, obviously, but it's a duck. We're not gonna bring it in the house and try to wash it and keep it super clean, but we'll see how it does tonight. Check on him in the morning. He's got plenty of food and water, so he's pretty calm.
He is.
That means he's hurting.
Yeah.
Because he usually doesn't let me hold him.
You think he needs some of the horse pellets?
Oh,
Donkey calming pellets?
No, I don't think so.
No.
All right, Mr. Duck. There you go, buddy. Get well soon. I think you'll be all right. You're lucky to be alive. If that really was a bobcat attacked him, he's very lucky to be alive. Go video that. Just trying to have a romantic dinner date.
It's not Valentine's yet. Okay, show's over. She left. Well, it's the next morning. We're going to go out and check on our little duck friend. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's snowing. Just a little bit. Not a lot. It's like 37 degrees. The Oklahoma weather is upside down and lost its mind. They don't know whether it's going to be warm or cold, and we're just kind of coming into that time of year where we'll have several really warm days and then a big cold front, and then it'll be back up, 60, 70 degrees. But let's go check on Mr. Duck. Bear, how's our duck friend? Is he doing all right? Did you keep a watch on him last night? Lambert, you didn't let any predators get in the cage, did you? Holy moly, our duck turned into a chicken. little duck? You doing all right? Got a pretty substantial limp, but I think you're doing okay. You gonna make it? The good thing is he's at least trying to get away from me today. Or yesterday he just kind of was in too much pain to really try to get away. So that's a good sign. Well, that's really good news. Yesterday wasn't sure if the little duck was going to make it or not. And now the concern turns to the bobcat situation. And here's the thing, quite honestly, we live in the middle of the woods, surrounded by hundreds or thousands of acres of timber. There's a lot of bobcats. Bobcats are going to be in the area. If it was a bobcat that came in the yard, you know, it's a little bit concerning. But Bear, our livestock guardian dog, has done an incredible job his whole life of protecting the animals. We don't pin the ducks or the chickens up at night at all. We don't lock them up in a coop. They just stay at the barn. And we don't really lose birds to predators very often at all. Not even possums or skunks or raccoons or anything. So Bear does a good job there. But it is a little bit concerning if a bobcat's starting to come in the yard.